Good morning and welcome to Lesson 80 in A Course in Miracles. Let me recognize my problems have been solved. If you are willing to recognize your problems, you will recognize that you have no problems. Your one central problem has been answered and you have no other. Therefore, you must be at peace. Sorry, I forgot to silence my little things. Salvation thus depends on recognizing this one problem and understanding that it has been solved. One problem, one solution. Salvation is accomplished. Freedom from conflict has been given you. Accept that fact, and you are ready to take your rightful place in God's plan for salvation. Your only problem has been solved. Repeat this over and over to yourself today with gratitude and conviction. You have recognized your only problem, opening the way for the Holy Spirit to give you God's answer. You have laid deception aside and seen the light of truth. You have accepted salvation for yourself by bringing the problem to the answer. And you can recognize the answer because the problem has been identified. You are entitled to peace today. A problem that has been resolved cannot trouble you. Only be certain you do not forget that all problems are the same. Their many forms will not deceive you while you remember this. One problem, one solution. Accept the peace this simple statement brings. In our longer practice periods today, we will claim the peace that must be ours when the problem and the answer have been brought together. The problem must be gone because God's answer cannot fail. Having recognized one, you have recognized the other. The solution is inherent in the problem. You are answered and have accepted the answer. You are saved. Now let the peace that your acceptance brings be given you. Close your eyes and receive your reward. Recognize that your problems have been solved. Recognize that you are out of conflict, free and at peace. Above all, remember that you have one problem and that the problem has one solution. It is in this that the simplicity of salvation lies. It is because of this that it is guaranteed to work. Assure yourself often today that your problems have been solved. Repeat the idea with deep conviction as frequently as possible, and be particularly sure to apply the idea for today to any specific problem that may arise. Say quickly, "Let me recognize this problem has been solved." Let us be determined not to collect grievances today. Let us be determined to be free of problems that do not exist. The means is simple honesty. Do not deceive yourself about what the problem is, and you must recognize it has been solved. That is the end of Lesson 80. Let me recognize that my problems have been solved. That is actually the end of a section. We go into another section. We're moving away from grievances after today, because they've been solved. Okay, let me read from Tina Spalding's book. You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. This is one of those lessons your ego just has a really hard time with. We want to bring your attention to that saying, often bandied about in your society, that the solution to a problem cannot be found in the same frequency or level of consciousness in which it was created. This is very similar to what this lesson states. If you stay down in the frequency of the problem, then you cannot find the solution. If you adamantly state the fact that the solution is already found, then you just have to allow your consciousness to drift up into the level of consciousness where that solution is. Logically, you can see that every problem has a solution. Things can be solved, obviously, but where is that solution in relation to the people who have the problem? It is out of their realm of consciousness. This is one of the concepts to think about as you do this lesson. Your level of consciousness right now is down around the problem frequency, and we get you up around the solution frequency. You do not get to the solution frequency by banging around in the problem frequency. Aim your consciousness up, accept the problem as inevitably solved, and then find the solution. This is the truth. I am that one that you know as Jesus, and we will see you again tomorrow. That is also, to me, the law of attraction in a nutshell. When we are thinking about a problem and we are trying to solve a problem from the face of the problem, I lack love, I lack money, I lack time, and we are looking at how to carve out time from a place where we believe we have no time, or we are trying to figure out how to pay bills when we are coming from the space where we don't have enough money to make ends meet, or when we are coming from a place of the fact that we are alone and lonely and we're looking for love, we are going to stay in that lonely lack of time, lack of money state, and we can't ever rise above it. It's kind of like you're just circling this eternal drain and not really going anywhere. And so in the law of attraction, that is why they talk about radiating the vibration or resonating with the vibration of what you truly want. What would it feel like if you were in love? How would you know that you were in love? You have a sense. Rise to that, the fluttering of your heart, the fact that the moon is and the sun are always in the sky and radiant and beautiful and shining down on you, the birds singing more clearly, all of those feelings, all of those sensations. Food tastes better. When you resonate with the idea that all of your bills are paid and you always have enough money, then you can imagine that life is smooth and simple, and that no matter what kind of financial crisis comes up, there's always enough and there's always more. What would that feel like? Get excited, get jazzed. When you think about going to Disney World and you watch the videos of little kids finding out, they immediately get jazzed. They immediately can resonate and vibrate at the level of, I'm in Disneyland and I have magic at my fingertips. Rise to the level of the answer. Rise to the level of the solution simply means stop looking at the problem and looking at knowing that it's already taken care of. You don't have to know what that answer is, but what will it feel like when that is no longer a problem? And that's where you can come with gratitude, as well as coming with that knowingness and that understanding and acceptance that the solution is provided when the problem arises. And remember that ultimately there is only one problem and one solution. Any kind of lack, any fear, any situation where you are not filled with love and light is fear, and it's separation. And that is the one problem. Be willing to reconnect with your higher self. Be willing to connect with your source, your God, and all that is. You then connect with all of nature, and you connect with the entire universe. There can't be a better solution than that. I hope you have a splendid week ahead, a stellar day today, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye, guys.